and a very warm welcome to you watching Art Television. Today we're meeting at the same time on a Sunday evening as usual, but with a touch of difference. The past week was very important to Sri Lanka. The Board of Investment, the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce and the Colombo Stock Exchange joined hands for a nationally important task. And that was Sri Lanka Investment Forum 2021. As you know, we're not in a position to talk person to person, which is why Sri Lanka Investment Forum 2021 was also conducted virtually. In the middle of last month, our newsroom, our television, received a call from Ceylon Chamber of Commerce. And the caller wanted us to join on a virtual press conference jointly conducted by the Board of Investment of Sri Lanka, the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce and Colombo Stock Exchange. And here they talked about how to conduct Sri Lanka Investment Forum 2021.
Platform to come together to talk about the Sri Lanka's growth story and also to bring about opportunities for investment and pique a little bit of interest of all the development that's happening in the country.
We are very encouraged and we are very thankful for the support we have received from the entire community.
What sort of investments do you really expect realistically to get into the port city?
I'm Deepal from Art Television. Can I go ahead?
Go ahead, Deepal.
Yeah. Mine is a suggestion actually than a question.
They also introduced the session as the first ever virtual platform in Sri Lanka to attract foreign investments and Asia's first and largest virtual investor forum. The theme which was selected by the organizers for the forum was Invest Sri Lanka, Asia's Next Growth Haven. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa inaugurated the much-anticipated Sri Lanka Investment Forum on the 7th of June and invited worldwide investors to invest in Sri Lanka.
To inaugurate the Sri Lanka Investment Forum 2021, we are deeply honored to present and welcome the President of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, His Excellency Gotabaya Rajapaksa.
Ayubowan. During the course of these 3 days, participants at this event will be able to study these and the many other opportunities Sri Lanka affords in detail. Equally importantly, you will be able to connect directly with policymakers at the highest level, as well as technical experts, project owners, and potential partners who can support your investment ambitions in Sri Lanka. The government of Sri Lanka is proactive and pro-businesses. We will look very favorably upon investments that can have a transformative impact on our economy as well as our national profile. And we will do our utmost to create an enabling environment for the success of such investments. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to join us on this transformational journey by investing in Sri Lanka.
And the Board of Investment Chairman Sanjay Mohotala, one of the pioneers of the event, had a lot to say at the forum.
We have over 1,000 potential investors who have signed up for this 3-day event. Thank you for your time. Colombo Port City, the gateway to South Asia. The new addition to the Colombo's Central Business District, the Colombo Port City, which is, with its newly minted legislation, aims to be on par with Dubai, Qatar, Labuan, to facilitate service sectors and encourage businesses to set up regional headquarters to serve close to 3 billion consumers in the region. For the real estate investors, this offers significant opportunity to capitalize on the key infrastructure builds such as hospitals, international schools, entertainment districts, mixed developments, marina, convention centers, the list goes on. In summary, Sri Lanka offers an exciting opportunity for investors. We are looking to double our GDP within this decade. 6 key thrust sectors have been identified and the policy orchestration is underway. investor-friendly business environment is being created for you to take advantage of this opportunity presented by Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is home for 1,200 foreign companies as of today, whom have been in Sri Lanka for many years. Nearly 50% of capital formation that took place in 2020 by BOI companies came from existing investors expanding their footprint to take advantage of global opportunities. It tells you the conviction they have on Sri Lanka's opportunities and its competitiveness as a sourcing destination.
Securities and Exchange Commission Chairman Mr. Viraj Sayaratne and Colombo Stock Exchange Chairman Dimuth Fernando also addressed the forum virtually.
The door has been well and truly built, and it is inevitable that opportunity will come knocking. Apart from legislative intervention at the parliamentary level, we have at the Commission level too taken steps to improve the regulatory framework. With a view of further enhancing investor protection, we are also in the process of introducing a new mechanism for the resolution of disputes between investors and broker firms. The mechanism that is being finalized will strengthen the independence and impartiality of the process as well as make it quicker. Market intermediary rules will be revised very soon in order to bring in more clarity, predictability, and consistency.
Our operating framework has been upgraded to overcome pandemic challenges. We've proven that this market will and can operate across all kinds of pandemic scenarios, including strict curfews and lockdowns. Secondly, with the CSE, you're looking at a significant transformation which would give us hopefully a quantum leap as a stock exchange. And this was launched last year. We have a pipeline of exciting new products that will be rolled out with world-class infrastructure, including DVP and a CCP. And this should hopefully give an opportunity for many of you with different types of risk appetites to embrace and look for opportunities in the Colombo Stock Exchange.
The event, which targeted the portfolio investment opportunities in Sri Lanka and to support the government of Sri Lanka in attracting foreign investment inflows, became an attractive session with the insights of subject experts from various sectors. While Secretary to the President Dr. P.B. Jayasundara delivered a keynote address on the national policy framework, Central Bank Governor Professor W.D. Lakshman and Secretary to Treasury Sajith joined in a panel discussion on charting Sri Lanka's economic trajectory.
The collective passion behind the exposition of the Invest Sri Lanka proposition. I am confident that this collective passion truly represents and embodies Sri Lanka's commitment to deliver on its holistic growth investment proposition. The forum is only the beginning of what we envisage to be an ongoing platform for the seeding of investment partnership. A platform which enables the lighting up of multifaceted growth pathways which are mutually reinforcing and mutually rewarding for all participants in Sri Lanka's decade of growth.
The event provided an overall experience and comprehensive understanding on the FDI and capital market opportunities in Sri Lanka. And also the event schedule has been enriched with 50+ sessions covering 2 time zones and expert insight from diverse industries. The Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa addressed the session on the second day and shared his perspective on government and policy.
Dear friends, our government has already started to put a number of measures in place that would make Sri Lanka an attractive country for investors from all around the world. These measures are aimed at ensuring that both local and foreign investors will be able to establish profitable ventures without unnecessary barriers. In this background, we eagerly invite you to select Sri Lanka as your investment destination of choice.
The Justice Minister Ali Sabri addressed the session and briefed the worldwide investors on how a legal framework will ease business opportunities at Sri Lanka's port city.
The law in Sri Lanka is transparent and easy to understand. As an investor, you will see that there is no mystery in Sri Lankan law, and you will also find a level of familiarity in the legal framework as it is to a large extent a reflection of the English law. The commercial law and the banking law in Sri Lanka is more or less the English law, and thus the approach to transaction and the legal work will be smooth transition to what you are used to from the other parts of the world. Another factor that works to Sri Lanka's advantage is that it has a vibrant independent judiciary. Appointment to the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal are made under the provisions of the Constitution, and there is a high level of protection to maintain the independence of the judges and their tenure. The appointment to the minor judiciary and the original courts are generally carried out by the Judicial Service Commission or on the recommendation of the Judicial Service Commission by His Excellency the President.
One of the former governors and current State Minister of Money and Capital Market and State Enterprise Reforms, Ajit Niwad Cabral, also shared his insights with the prospectus investors.
Just because there is COVID, just because there is a challenge at hand, we don't forget about our direction and our vision. If you have a son and you want to make him an engineer, or you have a daughter whom you want to make a doctor, because she falls ill for 3 days, you don't give up the idea. The same way, in a country, if you have challenges, you will meet those challenges, but at the same time, your overall vision and your goal must be looked at. So what will the government do? The government has a lot of things to do. It will improve the macro fundamentals. We are working hard at that. We are looking at non-debt inflows, and we'll work on that in the next few years as well. We will look at the improving of the doing business indicators. I think there's a session on that, and my ministry is also working on that in all the aspects of doing business, from starting a business to dealing with construction permits, getting electricity, registering a property, paying taxes, trading across borders, enforcing contracts, resolving insolvency, and all that. And at the same time, we'll provide incentives. We know investors want incentives. Yes, we will provide that. We will provide a sustainable framework. That's why the laws have to be there. We have to provide the enabling legislation. We will provide the policy consistency. Even in the midst of COVID, we didn't change our policies. We allowed the tax policies that we have introduced to continue. We didn't change those.
And the Day 2 session included speeches from Lalit Veeratunga, the Principal Advisor to the President, Export Development Board Chairman Suresh Demel, Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka Chairman Janaka Ratnayaka, Board of Investment Director General Pasan Vanigasekara, Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority Chairperson Kimberly Fernando, and Telecommunications Regulatory Commission of Sri Lanka Director General Oshada Sena Naika. Along with top policymakers, global subject experts also shared their insights and invaluable ideas at the forum. And not only speeches and discussions, this forum included of portfolio investments and FDI investor testimonials along the way, and also contributions from a galaxy of international speakers.
All of us in IFC, the International Finance Corporation, are proud to be a knowledge partner for this event. Sri Lanka has been a development success story, with the lowest poverty rates in the South Asia region, best human development indicators, almost universal access to basic services, and highest per capita income in South Asia. Sri Lanka's economic performance since independence has been a success. The key drivers of growth in the last decade have been the favorable export performance of the apparel, garment, and tourism sectors.
And for investment opportunities, concessions on various economic factors, and the climate for Sri Lanka capital market was also examined during the forum. And also country-specific sessions designed for investors from China, Japan, India, South Korea, United Kingdom, European Union, and United States were also held during the forum. Organizers claim that Asia's first ever virtual investment forum was held with foreign participation of 2,200 from 85 countries and 2,500 local participants. The conference consisted of 118 insightful sessions. Over 100 local and foreign dignitaries, leading entrepreneurs and global experts joined to share information on foreign investment opportunities in Sri Lanka. So come, compare, experience and invest Sri Lanka. That's all for today. See you tomorrow with State of Business at the usual time. Until then, take care and good night.